That was like a walk. Yeah, oh, I saw that.
Welcome. Representative McGorty, Representative Perillo, Alderman McGorty, Alderman Simonetti, officers, members of the Huntington Fire Company, donors, residents, families, and friends. And we also have one person that I have to mention. Sorry. It's tough to turn pages with gloves, so I may take them off. We do have one individual we're honored to have from FDNY Ladder 31, retired Lieutenant Charles McCarthy, if you'd stand up. He flew up from Florida to be here. He is one of the most highly decorated firefighters in the country and in New York City. He's a true legend and a true hero. There are many books, training programs, and movies made about his career. So, Lieutenant, it's an honor. Now I have to go back to this. Sorry, last minute addition. Welcome to the dedication and ribbon cutting of the Huntington Fire Company Memorial Garden. We would like to begin the program with the Pledge of Allegiance. Sergeant at Arms, call your teams to attention.
Company, present, arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order, march.
Now we will ask the Huntington Fire Company Deacon Frank Masso for the invocation and blessing of the Memorial Garden. Deacon Masso.
My brothers and sisters in the Lord, today we come here to dedicate this memorial site for all those living and deceased who have supported this community this past 100 years. It is a place we can come to and pray in silence for both the living and the deceased. It is a place to come to remember those who have dedicated themselves to protect our community. It is an oasis of peace and remembrance. Every time you drive past this memorial site, say a prayer. So now I ask the Creator of all to bless this site so that all who are remembered here are at peace. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Deacon Masso. A little shorter than I am. Friend's not here yet. Okay. With 2.5 years of planning, digging, preparing, constructing, blood, sweat, tears, one brick at a time, another brick in the wall, the Huntington Fire Company officers and members are proud to unveil, on our 100th anniversary, the Huntington Fire Company Memorial Garden.
Woo.
The fire service is rich in tradition, as is the Huntington Fire Company. 100 years ago, residents came together in what was then the town hall to protect the community by creating the Huntington Fire Company, building their first fire truck, and being alerted by one of the members' sisters, Victoria Wesolowski, an operator of the Huntington Telephone Company, who transmitted the alarms over party lines. The engraved bricks in the garden create a gathering place and a lasting memory. The location of the garden was selected on the convergence of Huntington Street and Church Street to be a peaceful, respectful place to reflect and remember, as well as greet community members as they pass by daily. This location has much history as well. The stone was excavated from under the current Huntington Fire Company. The legacy stone that were the steps are now the memorial at the Huntington Green. The house that crossed the street right here was owned by one of our charter members, Edwin Vargoshi. The opposite side of the street, over on that side, was the house of Antonio DeLallo, one of the longest members and company secretaries. Next to him was Joe Sciarrino, another active member of the Huntington Fire Company. And next to him was our first captain and a charter member, John West. Across the street again was Leroy Tucker, another charter member. And next to him was Myron, Glenn, and Fred Thomas. Myron was the longest the fire police chief and fire warden, and Glenn, his sons Glenn and Fred, are past captains of the Huntington Fire Company. So this site is special and rich in history. So what's changed in the fire service in the last 100 years? We have firefighting apparatus, radios, pagers, jaws of life, rescue tools, air packs, thermal imaging devices, turnout gear, chainsaws, smoke alarms, better modes of transportation, and better pumps. But we're still fighting fires with canvas hoses, carrying water to extinguish the fire, and chopping open buildings with sharpened pieces of metal at the end of sticks. Within the next 100 years, we'll see many changes in technology to the fire service. Faster dedication, faster suppression, safer equipment, and we will continue to see dedicated firefighters protect our community. However, what better legacy to leave to the next generation of the community is a memorial garden honoring our past. We could not have completed this mission without the many members of the Huntington Fire Company and members of the community that reached out to help. First of all, thank you to the people that donated. Thank you to Mayor Mark Loretti and the City of Shelton, the Board of Aldermen, Public Works, Parks and Recs, Maintenance, Purchasing, Public Safety, Chief Jones, Board of Fire Commissioners, Director of Public Safety Maglione, Brennan Construction, Mavilla Landscaping, Universal Electric, Jeff Schuster Carpentry, Tassitano Plumbing, AAA Crane Service, NBC Masonry, Nevis Brothers Construction, Mattiel's Landscaping, Doug Rettmeyer Construction, Galt, DR Charles, Mohegan Concrete, Marvin Display, and Lillian Emery, who left part of her estate to help us create this memorial garden. And of course, the officers and members of the Huntington Fire Company who worked tirelessly to complete the project. We could not have completed the project without the entire support of the community, so thank you very much. I have to introduce our bagpiper today, is Lenny Conway. He's a retired member of the Waterbury Police Department, and we're honored to have him here. We're also honored today to have so many veterans and members of the American Legion to assist us with the ceremony. So for our ceremony today, the flag will be handed to our oldest member and past Captain Willard Nicholas. Past Captain Nicholas will receive the retired colors and transfer the new flag to our youngest member, Matt Richard, who will then transfer the flag to the Sergeant at Arms, signifying the opening of the Memorial Garden. After the flag is raised, the state and company flag will be raised by the Huntington Fire Company Honor Guard. Once completed, we will assemble around the front to cut the ribbon, signifying the opening of the Memorial Garden. Sergeant at Arms, carry out the color ceremony.
Arms.